Hi there. So this is Kevin Moffat doing another Manna Nugget. These are a series of different teachings I've had over the years, and I hope they bless your socks off. And let me just see if I can fix something that's going on there. But let's just go ahead. So if you like what you've seen and how this is going, and you want to hear more of it, please click on subscribe just below the video here, and also give it a thumbs up. Bless it. So more people will see and get hopefully attracted to it, and it would help develop somewhat of a following and bring more and more blessing to other people. So I have a website called mannaart.com, mannaart.com. And you'll see things like what's running over here in the video. These are different images from paintings I've done over the years. And then the painting behind me is something that's of late. These are acrylic flow painting. All the paintings that I've done, like we are just pointing out here, are done during worship at different conferences and prayer meetings and such like that. Uh, not in studio, because I have a very hard time trying to do something like that in studio. It's just not as much fun. I kind of like being scared. I've gotten used to it. It's not really scary. It's in that teaching I just did. It's about previous to this. I hear his purring, and I am encouraged to just go. Uh, so the acrylic paintings, acrylic flow paintings that I've been doing lately are in studio, and they're dynamically a lot of fun. And so I'm, just looking to impact the world in a whole another way. Then on Manna Art, there's also Silk Scarves, which is Manna Silks. Uh, and these are the commercial venture that I do. I'm in about 50 stores in New England. I have a couple of reps to help me do that. And there's a wide selection of about 50 different color arrangements there. And then on the Manna Art site, you'll see Manna Tees, which is t-shirts and totes. Where I took a few of the paintings that I've done prophetically and put them, the whole shirt. We made the whole shirt. This is a high-end deal, done in excellence. Uh, and there's men's and ladies selections, and there's totes there. There's not a lot of totes left. So, and then there's also, for all the artwork, you can buy that either if the print is, the original still available, it'll state that, and there are prints that are available as well. And then it's a whole section of dance shawls, just to encourage you about that. I think about 10 different color arrangements for that. Uh, and these are very large, very light uh, shawls to dance with. So please, if you'd like to help me go further and do more, that's certainly one avenue to do is to go to the website, check it out anyway, be blessed by that. And if you can purchase something, that would be really, really good. There's one more avenue I'd like to tell you about, and that's Patreon. Patreon is for creative people to help others uh, get behind the creative. In other words, it gives you avenues, opportunity to financially bless those people that are doing creative things. The creative lifestyle is not exactly the most money-making profit kind of thing going, especially with what I do. 98% of what I do is right out of pocket. So I would just assume not to have to work so many different part-time jobs, to wear too many hats. I would just assume work on these things. So Patreon gives you an opportunity to get behind what I do. If you're encouraged by what I'm doing and you want to see it get out there, please consider doing one of those things. And it's patreon.com, and look up Kevin Moffat. I think it also says /mannaart there too. MANNAART.com. So in this Manna Nugget, I'm doing Kingdom Creativity School, and this is the first section. And the titling on this is it's a little long, but it's central to the issue. How would you like to be considered as one who holds God up? One who holds God up. How would you like to be considered? The name Bezalel means one who holds God up. The setting for the stone as well in a ring is called a bezel. I wonder how it got there. Bezel holds the distinction of being the first person who was infilled by God's Spirit. He was captured by the power of a deep affection to do the work of building, decorating, creating an atmosphere that God would be comfortable with, and the things he likes in his first physical home on the planet. The reference here is Exodus 31, 1 through 11. First, Bezalel had a special place under God's wing. He was called out. He was anointed, the first to receive God's Spirit, so he could hear from the Lord while also receiving direction from Moses. So Moses had the physical plans, if you will, the square footage and all that kind of stuff, and how this was to be done. The architectural plans, is another way of putting it. Also, God placed wisdom in his heart and gave him a heart of wisdom to do the crafting of all the articles found in the tabernacle. And there's one more point here. God also blessed him to impart that wisdom to others. He and Eliab, I think his name is, off the top of my head, had been given the ability to teach. The list of things that Bezalel was involved in was really lengthy, but in my opinion, the most important item that Bezalel was asked to craft was the Ark of the Covenant. That was, to him, the main deal. The Ark of the Lord's presence. The artist anointed by God, given a heart of wisdom to teach of all the other artisans and craftsmen, was the builder of what was considered to be the very presence of God on earth. He is working and releasing the arts, or should I say his creative people, so that we would be more able to create an atmosphere for his presence within us. The release of Jesus' Spirit within us. All are capable of hearing and receiving his impartation. We all are. Creativity is expressed in every facet of our lives. Don't ever think you're not creative. It's not about just doing art necessarily. Wouldn't this be a New Testament translation? Because he seeks to dwell in and walk with us, wouldn't it be our task to ensure that the inner temple that we all carry be decorated in such a fashion that he, the Lord of heaven, would be comfortable enough to dwell in this place? Do you think? Worship creates an atmosphere for his presence within us. When we choose to worship, this choice initiates an internal atmospheric shift within us. First, consequently, at the same time, this very same choice initiates a shift in the atmosphere around us and others corporately. We are mobile tabernacles, New Testament temples, and that's in 1 Corinthians 6:19. Yep. Creating an atmosphere of a dancing heart and joyful worship. We are created for worship. Each one of us has a particular manner in which we are created to worship God. This manner also brings a level of healing that no other method can. God has many avenues to actuate our healing. He knows our personal needs and exactly how to accomplish the healing that we need. We must choose not to limit his ability, his avenues. When I'm led to create, it leads me to connect with the truth of who he has created me to be. I become more whole. Hands-on prayer and other prayerful methods are vital in seeking whole, healed lives. But so much more healing goes on when you sit and soak in his presence. You're choosing to allow him to impact you. When you choose to sit and wait on him, let him wash over in and through you. His avenues are not limited to our choice of method. The only limits to our healing are personal strongholds of the mind. Just our own strongholds are what hinder our own healing. There's a key element to that, which I'll get into in another teaching. Hindrances to a healthy inner temple. 2 Peter 1:19, has not our day star risen in our hearts that reveals all the darkness in our souls? What is your heart condition? Is there darkness where there should be light? Are there open wounds where there should be wholeness? Are there strongholds of the mind that don't allow you to hear or see the message of God's Spirit within? It would seem that whatever understanding our freedom that we might be able to receive from reading or hearing the Word could be blocked by strongholds that we have been instrumental in creating. We've done it ourselves because we just don't want to hear something, even though we know it's the truth. He uses the arts to bypass strongholds. One picture speaks 1,000 words. And imparting to you things you need to be able to get to that place of healing. He'll give you the tools, the avenues to do that. The Lord used a particular method that is pretty large in my heart. It happened to be AA at the time that I needed to get instrumentally set for me to walk by the strongholds that I had created that were wounding me and causing me to walk in a disease-oriented fashion. It just happened to be the manner of healing that brought, the biggest healings that I've experienced. Now, yes, there was a distinct time when I had an incredible encounter with him, and in those moments, there was healing released. There was life released. There was a change of understanding of who I was. There was a washing done. All those things that occurred in those moments. So I could do what I do now. He brought healing in so many different ways. And he will continue to do that. I think that's good for right now. I think we're going to stop right there for Kingdom Creativity School. So I hope you're blessed by the things that I'm teaching, releasing, and it would cause you to come back for more. There'll be all kinds of manna nuggets on YouTube, and I wish you would hit subscribe, and that'll alert you to when I put a new one up. And also, if you would like it there, just give it a thumbs up. That would be very, very cool. And go to Manna Art when you can, mannaart.com. And I hope that blesses you. And then If you can get behind what I do, go to patreon.com. So you have several avenues of pushing the envelope of the kingdom, opening up more and more of the kingdom to everyone around you and yourself. Bless you big. Talk to you soon.